Dragon's milk. Now, see, this sounds like something that Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones, would drink. You know I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, name one person that could beat her and her team of dragons.
I got an idea. 50 Cent. Come on.
Well played, Todd. 50 Cent. All right, everybody, welcome back to 21090. I am Andy. This is Todd. And we are bringing you all kinds of barrel-aged goodness this month. And we thought it would be fun to pin two really highly sought-after, well-respected, and just darn right tasty beers against each other.
Oh, yeah.
So today, we're going to be pinning the New Holland Dragon's Milk versus the Ten Fidy from Oksar Blues out in Colorado. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun.
Todd, tell us a little bit about what we're getting into today.
Yeah, so for New Holland, the Dragon's Milk, it's a year-round offering. I mean, this is sort of their mainstay for New Holland, their Dragon's Milk. Now, there's other variants, and we'll actually maybe show you some of those variants throughout the month. But this is the base Dragon's Milk, a really, really good barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Comparing it to 1050. So you might have had 1050, just the base Imperial Stout, which is a phenomenal sort of chocolate decadent beer.
Really nice. Got those espresso notes kicking. Really
they up it in chocolate. They up it a little bit by putting it in barrels. And I've never actually had it, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's supposed to be amazing. So I can't wait to compare them and also individually taste them to see really who comes out on top. Let's start with New Holland's Dragon's Milk again.
Winter is coming.
Let's go here. So it is a nice sort of, I can see a little bit of red hue on the sides though. It's not completely black.
It doesn't look to be as dark already as the 1050, but it's definitely pretty close.
Nose?
All right,
Not bad. Not overwhelming with the bourbon.
Getting some roasty notes on there too, which are coming through. A little bit of chocolate.
Yep. Not as bourbony as I expected. Now I think they age it for 8 months in bourbon barrels.
I'm definitely getting some of those roasty notes. You're really getting that espresso type.
Yeah. There is 11% beer. It's interesting. There is the head retention on this is not bad. I mean, unlike say BCS where that head just dissipates right away.
Really nice smell on this. It really is good.
Really nice smell, and I hope the mouth feels good. So let's get into it. Cheers. Interesting. So
it's very creamy, isn't it? It's almost like people use the word oily too. Like it's got kind of this creamy, oily.
I actually thought the mouthfeel should be a little bit more for it. To me, I almost feel like it's a little bit light. I'm not getting a ton of bourbon notes to it either. Are you?
No.
It's there, but I'm getting more of the roasted coffee chocolate notes than I am in the bourbon.
That's what I meant. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what that kind of that creamy taste. It almost feels like they say milk-ish.
That's true.
This doesn't have a lot of that bourbon kick to it, or that I've come to expect from a really good.
Correct. You hear barrel aged?
Yeah, I want a little bit more. I'm not getting on the smell, and now I'm not really getting on the taste.
I'm not either.
With you.
I think they said they 8 months in bourbon barrels. I think it needs more. It's not bad. I mean,
it's a nice beer. It's pretty beer.
Nice beer. It's 11%. That's crazy. This is 11% beer. I mean, this will kill you if I could drink this really quickly. However,
I love how easy it is to drink.
Yes, I do too.
It's great. But I think if you're looking to pick up something that's going to have a bourbon forward feel to it, this didn't hit it for me.
Let's move over to 1050. So this is the Oksar Blues 1050 barrel-aged Imperial Stout. I was shocked by the head retention on this when we poured it.
It's still here.
It's still here. It's been probably 5 minutes since we've poured this beer.
Look at that.
Both these beers we're getting at temperature.
Dark as night. Look at that.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could not see through that.
Whereas with the Dragon's Milk, you can see sort of reddish hues on the side. Cannot hear.
Oh, smell that too.
Now that is what I want to smell in a bourbon barrel-aged beer.
So that woody oaky note is kind of coming through here. You can get some of that, but you also get a little bit of that caramel.
Yes.
And that
yes. Oh.
Whew. That's a winner on the nose.
That
man.
smells amazing. So this wins on nose. I think it's going to win on taste too. If it's anything
You
like,
already
the smell on this is better.
already knocked our poor.
I know. Well,
Mother
let's cheers.
dragons up.
Let's see if it pulls it off.
Oh, let me say this. I agree with you. This I like this more. I can already tell you.
Wow.
That's
really good.
You get some bourbon on this. I don't know how long. We could not find what it's aged in or for how long. But I will tell you, that's a pretty beer. You get all that we talked about in the nose. You get that coming through with the roasty, the caramel, the toffee, but you do get some of that bourbon note coming through. I like as well.
This is interesting. I'd put this up there with a BCS in terms of how well-rounded it is. It's not, I don't think, as bourbon forward as Bourbon County Stout. It's there, but this thing has chocolate a lot more, I think. It's really well balanced.
More going on here.
There is a lot going on here.
In your traditional Bourbon County Stout, at least in the last couple of years that we've tasted.
This is really good.
This to me, and I would put it up there against it because honestly, this is
a 13% beer too.
Both of them are very easy to drink.
And that's scary.
But that's a sign of a good. That's a sign of a really
100% true.
Good beer. If the bourbon is too heavy, it's very hard to take in too much of it. If it's too light, and the I think the Dragon's Milk is teetering on too light, it's a little bit too soft.
Right.
This hits on all those notes, I think, and it comes through really nice.
It's fantastic. So if you like the regular 1050, which is more, I think, it's more chocolate forward, the bourbon with the chocolate and the roasty notes with this beer, I think, is perfectly balanced. If you like barrel-aged beers, this beer is amazing. I mean, this is it. This is one you got to, if you see it out there, you get it.
So we're gonna do a ranking system on barrels.
Yep.
With the 5 barrels being our the top scorer,
okay,
and then all the way down.
Yep.
Let's start with the Dragon's Milk. What would you give that out of?
It gets barrels? A 4.01 on Untapped.
Probably
so
fair.
4. I think that's fair. Again, in its class, and again, if you want to put this up against something like this, I think that's probably pulling it down for me. But I don't know, 3.75 for me.
And I would say close to it. I'm thinking maybe 3.5.
Yeah.
I love barrel-aged beers just like you do.
Right.
And it's good.
It needs more bourbon.
I would never say I don't like this beer, but it doesn't stand out head and shoulders above the rest.
No. Not at all.
Let's do 1050. What do you got on that?
So on Untap, I think this is getting like 4.41, which is extremely high.
That's a nice
that's up there world class. I'd give this 4.5 stars, maybe even 4.75. I mean, I'm going 4.75. This is fantastic. 4.75. Yeah.
All right, and I'll give this a 4.25. I think this is really, really good. I would say actually I like this better than the 2018 BCS, to be honest with you, which I think I gave around 4 stars.
That would be a great comparison.
It would be a little bit different because like I said, I think there's more going on here.
That is so good.
But of the two, I think hands down,
chocolate, the roasty nuts, the bourbon. That is well done.
The first of our versus series, like the kicking off.
Good, 2 great beers. This is
two good beers, but.
So if you've had either of these two, comment below. Let us know. Yeah.
Did we agree on something?
I think so.
That never ever happens.
Well, I think this is pretty easy. This is a pretty easy one. I had actually never had Dragon's Milk.
No, me neither.
And I've had 1050, but not the barrel aged. So I never had either of these beers. So coming into this, I didn't know which one I would like better.
The legs on this puppy. It's
look at that beer. Yeah. I mean, you talk about sexy.
It's a pretty beer.
1050 is it.
So 50 Cent knocked out the
as I said they would, right? Again, if you've had this, please comment below. Let us know what you think. We'd love to get comments of you out there that had either 1050 barrel aged Dragon's Milk. We actually can come back with, I think, another from New Holland.
Yeah, tell us. Yeah. Tell us why you think maybe we got this one wrong, or tell us why we got it right. We'd love to hear from you. We'll exchange some comments.
2 great beers.
But good stuff. So if you like what you see from 21090, please hit that subscribe button and click that little bell in the corner. I'm going to let you know every time we got a new video coming out. We've got Instagram, Twitter, Untapped. We'll throw both of these up on there.
Yes, sir.
And lots more coming this month. It's November. Off to a good start. Stay tuned. Cheers, everybody.
All right, cheers.
Woo.
Silky smooth.